Alright guys, and welcome back to the KCCR. It is Thursday, 8 o'clock in the morning, because I woke up late on Wednesday, and I didn't feel like recording at 10 p.m. Wouldn't have mattered, because I wouldn't have been able to get the video out till today anyways. That being said, Vindictus, hosted by Nexon. There are multiple different servers. By servers, I mean Nexon NA, Nexon EU, Nexon wherever the fuck else Nexon is, that host it, and I don't think the servers are like interconnectable. Maybe they are. I don't actually know. Anyways, Vindictus. It has been out for a while. It's not something new, but I felt like going over it because it does have a pretty decent character creation. It's a game that is, to an extent, like Warframe, in that instances and well, I don't know what else to call them. Instances are the type of content you get, but unlike Warframe, it does have cities and stuff to explore. Either way, this is the character creation screen if you do not have a character already. Now, I have two on a different server, NA West. This is NA East. I decided I wouldn't show my characters. Either way, when you get here, you can choose between a few different characters here to start with.
Fiona is a balanced warrior type character that uses a one-handed weapon and a shield.
And I guess it'll outright fucking tell you, but don't interrupt my KCCR, woman. Alright, now, Nexon, before I continue, I'll explain a little bit about Vindictus and Nexon in general when it comes to the games. There are a whole bunch of trolls who like to give Nexon a bunch of grief because they do have cash shops, but Nexon hosts a lot of free-to-play games that if they did not have cash shops in those games, there wouldn't be much. They wouldn't be able to support the game, really. But the majority of the stuff you can buy in the games isn't game-breaking. Most of it, in fact, is rather cosmetic. Just like Mob and Noogie, I've done a video on that. Most of the crap in the cash shop is straight up cosmetic. There are a small few things that may be able to help you in combat, but a lot of that stuff is gachapon related, which is random chance. You'll get a good weapon or set of armor. Most of it's just clothing, cosmetic dyes, hair stuff. I believe Vindictus has some armor sets, but it's nothing that is going to be overpowered compared to what you can get in the game. Anyways, that being said, the main reason I want to bring this up is because Nexon releases content like no other company I've seen when it comes to their free-to-play games. They crap content out left and fucking right. They just keep updating all their stuff, and I'm pretty okay with that. Some slower than others. I believe NA is slower than EU, but I don't know. I also don't really give a shit. So, that being said, as I said, you have Fiona, Karak, Vila, Lan, Evie, and Kai. To sum it up more, you've got Sword and Shield / Mace and Shield, you've got Sistus and some kind of totem weapon, you've got dual swords and dual chain swords, I guess. A dual spear, which is kind of like, you know, it's dual wielded, but then you connect it like Darth Maul's saber for all intents and purposes. And dual sabers, magic with a staff and scythe, and then a bow and a crossgun, which is essentially an automatic crossbow. Okay, before we go further, I feel like saying that while there are named characters, they're really not. When you create a character, you get to name it, as you'll see as I get into the character creation options aspect of them. I believe it's more like a mantle. It's hard for me to believe that there are 200 EVs or whatever running around in a game and just NPCs are like, you're all the same. No, I feel it's more you're wearing the mantle of a person. So your name is Zimbabwe and you have the mantle of Lan because you are following in the style footsteps that a hero named Lan once did. That's how I feel it, and people are free to argue, and of course there are people who are like, no, you're Lan. You can do it both ways, but I feel it's more like Oblivion where you have the mantle of Shieldwrath. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and just click Karak. Why not?
Karak is a giant
Shut the fuck up. I think it might actually make me do a tutorial. That's right, it actually will. So I'm gonna go through that real quick, and then I'll get back to the actual creation aspect. So give me 1 sec. Alright, here we go. And as you can see, we're in the music is kind of loud. There's nothing I can do about that. So I'm hoping that I'm coming through legibly. We'll have to see. Otherwise, I'll have to do this over. Either way, you're brought to. God, that is loud. We're brought to. Hold on. There we go. I had to turn the sound down. It was... Holy shit. If it was that loud to me in my headphones, then it was really loud for you guys. Okay. Now we're on the actual creation aspects of this. It's all pretty straightforward, as you can see on the screen here. The stuff over to the left here... I know you probably can't see my mouse, but you should be able to see the icons slightly blinking. I don't know. These are just expressions and poses and shit like that. They don't matter too much, so you don't have to, like... It'll show you some different types of armor you can wear. What is going on? Why is he acting like that? Just stop. Okay, just... I'll take that. So it's all straightforward, but in Teddy, a character, you don't want this. Alright. On the right here, you have where you can name a character. That's why I said don't... It doesn't, you know, you're not really following, you aren't really somebody you're following in the, I don't know, it feels like a mantle. Either way, you've got your hairstyles. Which, you know, that's a thing. Which you can cycle through. Karazard for the star can only be bought. Yeah, I get it. These are, it says they're supposed to be marked with a star, but they're obviously not marked right there. Either way, there's a bunch of different type of styles. In line with Nexon's... Holy shit, that hair is amazing! What? What? Why can't I have that? What the fuck? Okay. God damn it, that is fucking radical. Man, I'm jelly. Either way, you can see with the colors down here that in order to use these, you have to buy the... whatever pack they come with next points. But I mean, you have a good amount of base colors to use. It follows in line with the way Nexon is. You've got skin up here, which depending on the character you are, I think there are some different options. I mean, you've got that's a thing. I don't really understand the different tints because humans don't have. You've got skin texture, which I don't. Admittedly, I do have graphics toned down, but I don't see a difference there unless mainly because there are certain things I myself find I don't care about in graphics, such as shadows. I hate shadows. They're just there to annoy you. Now you can change your eyebrows, a bunch of different, like I said, it's not very complicated creation, but it looks nice. I mean, it looks fluid. Everything, it's really, I just want to use the word great. It's fantastic. I mean, you can hide the helmet or not, but body type, where you can do a little bit of editing right here. And you can make him fairly less than he is, and he's the biggest character in the game. So, I mean, you can make him less, I don't know, burly, but it's still gonna be pretty burly because look at them hands. Look at them. Look at that fucking. that's one of his weapons, by the way. It's like a big mallet. Okay. Anyways, average. What does that mean? Oh, all right. It just resets everything default. So it's pretty much sums up the character creation. It's pretty much as straightforward on any of the characters you do. I choose not to show females right away because I'm not one of those guys who walks around, I want to see a girl's ass as I play. That's fucking stupid. Get out of here with that shit. Either way, that's Vindictus. I would, like normally, I would log in and show you skills, but with the way the game works, think Warframe. It's not quite as easy to show you skills because I may not even have any learned. You get a lot of skills in this by doing quests, by purchasing skill books, and I think that's enjoyable. Story progression makes sense. You don't just start with everything. Either way, guys, Vindictus is one of those games where you're either going to like it or hate it. I find that it's really enjoyable to me, more so than Warframe, but that's because Warframe doesn't have quests. But this isn't about bad-mouthing another game, plus there's not really anything to badmouth. I suggest if you want to give it a shot, go ahead. It's free. It is hosted by Nexon. And while some people like Nexon supports bullshit, those are usually the people who are proxying to play the game, gold botting, or otherwise doing some bullshit that gets them in trouble. Because to quote the forums, you will never get banned for no reason unless it is an accident. Okay, so give it a shot. It's worth it. It's not game breaking. For you guys that like PvP, they have that now. So that's a thing you guys might want to take into consideration if you enjoy PvP. And they keep giving content. This is a big deal. They keep giving content. So if you find yourself in the mood to have a game where you can have content, Vindictus might be your man. That being said, guys, that's another short video, straight to the point. There's very little I can do to extend the video. So you know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment below. Or don't. It's up to you. If you would like to see gameplay of Vindictus or any of the games I do KCCRs on, then let me know. I have no issue with doing that, but I definitely need the comments to tell me. Ciao, guys, and thank you for watching. This has been the KCCR with your host, Karazard.